I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. It's your girl, DYANAROZAY, and we are here. This is a cookout. We are here yet again for another review. So come on in, everybody. Please and thank you. Let me know where you are coming from in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Drop your city, your state, your country, your island. Also drop your side dish, okay? Who got the Julio, the Don Julio, Fulio? Because Marsau was definitely acting a foolio last night. Definitely acting a foolio last night, okay? Come on in, everyone. Everyone. I am so sorry I was late. I am very, very sorry, child. I was trying. I saw that Miss Ava was here a little earlier. Hopefully she came back. I got Ophelia in the house. We got Miss Gloria in the house. Michelle, what is up? I have one of my members in the house, Miss Teresa. Welcome, Teresa girl. Nice to have you. Yes, Miss Ava is back. Nice to have you. Also, Crystal. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Child, listen. We got some things to talk about because Marsau thinks he's fucking slick. Okay, he does. He thinks he's slick, and he's not. He's not, because I'm about to drop some tea for y'all. Okay, what is up, Brenda? Come on in. Welcome. Brenda is another one of my members. If you guys would like to become one, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Also, take the poll, because all this was about was Marsau's little ego was bruised when he saw Tisha doing a job that he should have gotten done 50 years ago. And now all of a sudden he wants, this is all mental and emotional bullshit abuse. Period. Sometimes you have men like that. I've dated guys, you know, you ask them to do something for you, they don't do it. And then they see you do it, and now they're pissed. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever let me catch you doing that again. Then what? Am I supposed to just sit here and wait? It's control. It's bullshit. Okay? Hit the like button, share the video. Hit the like button, share the video. Come on in. Because I thought Marsau was over this hump of being, you know, an a-hole. At least to this degree. But he is, okay? What's up, friend? Nice to have you. You say he still continues to gaslight Tisha. He's big mad because Tisha clocked him. Friend, that's the same thing I said. I said, his whole entire energy changed. That man came in the door talking about bonjour. Then all of a sudden he looked down at Tisha. His eyes started shifting. There was a whole bunch of stuff racing in his head. I was like, we see you, Marsau. That was dirty. So because you want to act like you don't know if you can spend forever with Tisha, let me tell you what you've said in the past that lets us know that, baby, you're afraid Tisha's going to leave you, not the other way around. Tisha, you better stop letting this man have this kind of power over you where he's dogging you and saying this type of shit and you sitting here crying. That's not what it is. And I don't care who says Marsau don't like her. Marsau would literally, it will break him if Tisha leaves him. And let's just go through the things, okay? Okay? He loves to threaten. He's been threatening since season 1. Stay in the house, Tisha. Stay in the house. We don't want you outside, right? I don't want you to see what I got going on outside. I need you to stay inside. But he does that to make her insecure. He does it so that she doesn't think another man is going to want her. That's what it is. Marsau is playing mind games because we already, Martell already told us. What did Martell say? Tisha was the baddest woman you ever got. You were uglier than you are now. You were fatter. than you are now. And Tisha picked the bottom of the barrel. And Marsau is still dealing with that mentality, the ugly fat guy. That's still in his head. That's what he thinks, that she was never good enough for him. And he constantly puts that bullshit ego trip on her. That's what it is. I saw it all last night. I was like, Marsau done lost a couple of pounds and he's still trying to run that same game. Girl, no. And everybody thinks that Tisha's better, too good for you. What did Melody say? When Tisha leaves your ass, I ain't going to cry for you. Same thing for Martell. He's been saying it too. What did Marsau do a couple of years ago? And I told y'all, Tisha's about to leave this fucker. She was thinking about it anyway. Tisha was getting herself summertime fine, had a damn, her stylist, her hairdresser, her makeup, whatever. She had them people in play. Even when the show wasn't on, they were still fixing her up. Tisha was traveling by herself. Marsau was taking family photos, wedding pictures, him and the kids, posting it on his IG, and then playing Queen Naija. They hate our love. Tisha, don't let them do it. Don't let these people take me away. Don't let these people take me away. That was what he was saying. And I kept saying, oh my God, what is happening? Marsau was begging Tisha not to leave him. Begging. How about that reunion when Ken, Marquez, and Trisha were all fighting over the kids? And Marquez said, that's my damn kids. You going someplace. I don't give a fuck how much money you put on them. Remember Marsau tapping Tisha's arm? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Tisha was about to bounce. She was going to leave. And Marsau was begging her, don't do it. We remember, sir, just so you know. And it was Martell that drove it home, because that's the line that I hear all the time. You were uglier than you are, fatter than you are. Tisha picked the bottom of the barrel. Hell, you even said it. You even said Tisha was so bad you didn't think that you could get a woman like her. She was so sure of herself and so secure. And that's the thing you miss most. And yet it's the very thing you try to beat the hell out of her anytime she stands up for herself. Bull. That's all I'm going to say. That's the premise we're starting on, because Marsau, sir, this makes you look horrible. This makes you look horrible. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the chat, child. We are talking about this show. Now, listen, last night it said this was season 11, episode 12, but we are missing episode 11. I don't know why, what happened there, or if they're going to get it renumbered, but this should actually be episode 11, even though it shows up as episode 12 on your TV guide. So I just left it as episode 12 too, but I have not missed one review for this show. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did I say hello to my sister? I think I did. Kevin's also in the house. What's up, Kevin? Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in and helping out in the chat. I appreciate you. I also want to say hello to my sister, Clone in the house. This is my real sister. We have the same mother, the same father, mama and daddy. That's how we call it, okay? But welcome to all of y'all. And let's talk about this, because for a long, long time, we have been pounding the hell out of Tisha. And I told y'all that camera guy, whoever it is ready to swoop in and pick up wherever Marsau left off. And we know this by a scene that happened later in this episode. Y'all probably know that scene that happened later in this episode where we got to see more of Tisha's glory, because that damn cameraman loves Tisha. But yes, we have all been, Tisha, damn it, Tisha, you're dumb, blah, 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 blah. Marsau doesn't want Tisha to walk out that door. He does not. He has fought for that damn relationship. What he's afraid of is that she's going to figure out exactly what she's worth. And we've heard this before too. We've heard Ariane say it. To be honest, she's always saying, Tisha's fucking bad. And when she gets ready, when she gets tired of Marsau's shit, this is all stuff she heard from Martell, by the way. When she gets tired of Marsau's shit, she's out. And now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why he's so ugly sometimes with her. Mind control, gaslighting, playing her. And you're going to have to figure it out, buddy. Oh, Tasha Reigns. What's up, Tasha Reigns? Girl. Okay, so yeah, that's where I am with it. I said, baby, you are a hot mess. Now let's get into this story, okay? This is the premise from which I am working. It opens with Destiny and Nell Fletcher. Y'all know the scene where Nell said, if you didn't like it, you should have just got up and leave. And Destiny said, why don't I leave right now? Okay. And she got up in her little hot Bahama mama yellow dress, turned her ass around to Nell Fletcher and walked right on out the door, right out the Krabby Patty, wherever they were, some seafood restaurant. She left right on up out of there. Okay. And then somebody over there at production said, baby, we barely get what we want now with y'all in these goddamn scenes. So turn back around, sit down and hash it out. Say what's I don't want to talk to her. Say what you're feeling then. Because what I'm not going to do is let you walk up out of here and then we have to figure out how to get these scenes together. You're getting paid to do it, so go on back in and sit down. And then Destiny came back in and she tried to play it off like she went to the bathroom or something. And, production was like, no, baby, we keeping that scene in and we keeping the scene in where you have to walk back in here. Just like we did with Tisha when she had to turn that damn car around to the coffee shop with Nell Fletcher. And she had to come in and humble yourself. Humble yourself. This is a TV show. Let's get it going. So Destiny comes back in and she sits down. And when she sits back down, Nell Fletcher apologizes to Destiny. She said, listen, I apologize for hurting you. Okay. And she also admits, she said, it was awkward for me to have you there at my house. It was awkward. It was awkward for me. And that's my house. It was still awkward. All right. And she tells Destiny, I think of you as a part of my family. You are part of my family. That's why I brought you there. I love you. You're my friend. And Destiny thanks her. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. In confessional, Destiny said, friend or no friend, family or no family. I'm a strong person. I'm a fighter. But I am getting tired of what's going on around me right now. And I got to know what box to put people in, right? This is what Destiny says in her confessional. But Destiny said, I love you too. And I respect you as a friend. And that's why I came back in here to have this conversation with you. I don't even know how we got here. I don't know how I got involved. And now I'm thinking maybe your family is just messy. Okay. And Nell agrees. She said, maybe they are messy, child. I'm not going to take that off the table. Because right now, I feel like Twan and Kayla is fucking with me. That's what Nell Fletcher says. Twan and her daughter have been fucking with her. And she doesn't know what to do. And Destiny says, since we're talking about that, let's be clear. Okay? I'm not trying to carry a bone. That man sat in front of me and told me this story. I didn't ask him any questions. He put it in my lap and then he told me it was a rumor. Why would I bring that? I brought it to you just thinking, I'm having a conversation. I had no idea that the was lying. So I'm looking stupid. Okay? Destiny said that was some weird shit. And I also don't appreciate that he has put this in the situation, me in a situation where Kayla believes there's some animosity between us. I adore Kayla. And I don't like that. I don't like him doing that to me. And Nell Fletcher agrees. She said, I understand. She said, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get my Nell Fletcher voice right. Nell said,
Dwan is my godson, and I love him, but I'm also mad at him.
Then she said,
That Dwan and Kayla have two different agendas when it comes to dating, but they're grown, and I'm going to keep out of it at this point. Okay? I want my daughter to find love and to be with somebody who respects her, but I got to stay out of it right now.
all right. So they basically wrap it up like that. Okay. Destiny then invites Nell Fletcher to a survivors of DV, domestic event. Okay. And she said, I've invited everybody in this group. Y'all know how important this subject is to me. I invited everybody in the group. Nell did ask her if she invited Tisha. And she said Tisha declined. She said that she was going to be busy on that day, so she had something else to do. But outside of that, I hope that you can come. And Nell said, I know how important this is to you, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I'm there. And I want to emphasize that because we've heard the stories around this. And even though Destiny hasn't been able to share her story completely because it'll get her in trouble, it's interesting how the cast is saying, I know it, and I'm going to be there for you. I want to point that out. Okay. Thank you, clone. Thank you, clone. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, that's how the scene ends. And now let's get to that nasty ass Marsau. I have literally, Marsau, been going to bat for you. I've had your other the other sister wife giving you the real tea. He's come over and said, "Child, don't give my husband too much. Don't give my husband too much." Y'all see it? Marsau has lost a lot more weight. Okay, because that alcohol, you drink it for a long time, it does blow you up. So if you are drinking again, we're gonna know it because you start swelling after a while. And Marsau, in this scene in particular, this episode, Marsau has slimmed down so much. I was like, oh my God, he might be a little bit attractive, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Them hips is gone, the titties is gone, the thighs, them ankles. They're smaller. A whole thing. I don't know what's happening here. But Tisha, let me just say to you, girl, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. Take the poll at the top of the chat. Tisha is inside of the real estate office Marsau was supposed to build for her 100 years ago. And she said, baby, if you want something done, you're going to have to do it yourself. And she got her damn spackle knife, putty knife, or whatever they call it, and a tub of pink spackle. And she is wetting shit and putting it on the wall and patting it down with the towel and putting spackle over it and rubbing it down. I said, bitch. And if that wasn't bad enough, Tisha got a whole damn camera and her cell phone set up. And she is talking to the people. Look at what I'm doing. I looked over there on the YouTube and in the do-it-yourself manuals, and this is what they said to do. And so I'm going to get it done because Marsau has not been able to do this for me. Now, she wasn't saying it quite like that. I'm putting that in there. But Tisha was proud of herself. She was happy. She was looking cute. And she was sitting on her damn knees and getting it done like any woman would do. Just an FYI, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to try it myself. And if I can't try it myself, don't make me work a second job or a third job or whatever I got to do to hire a whole crew to come in here and finish what you should have finished. There's no way in hell, I don't care what his crew members are. Maurice should know how to do it. Who else? Your other brothers, everybody who said this was a family business, and why the fuck they ain't helping out then? But Marsau comes in here with his damn cup of coffee while Tisha's in here with her do-it-yourself video on the social media platform. And Marsau walks in, bonjour. He's so happy to be alive. until he walks into that damn room and he sees Tisha on her knees with that damn spackle. And then Marsau's eyes started shifting. And he was trying to find the right words, because what he really wanted to say is, Letitia, the fuck? What are you doing? But he was gathering his thoughts. And I know people say this shit is crazy or that it's fake, but you could see it in his eyes, how he was running it. Like, how dare you? He was so offended. He was offended, okay? Anyway, after that eyes started shifting, Marsau said, Tisha, with his cup of coffee, what are you doing? And Tisha said, well, I decided I'm no longer going to wait for your workers to fix this wall. I'm going to get it done. And he said, so you use pink putty? She said, isn't the wall going to be pink? Baby, I did the research. I'm going to get this painted. We painting it pinks, correct? Okay. Now, Tisha was still being as cute as possible. I said her energy was good. She was bouncing her on her shoulders. Tisha said, baby, listen, I didn't get a chance to pick you up from the airport last night because you came in so late and I had to get to work this morning. Okay. But now that you're here, hey, how was the trip? How was the trip? Marsau was fit to be tied. In confessional, Marsau said, Tisha's sending the wrong message. My wife sending the wrong message about this business, what I do for a living, my company, and the workers who work for me by getting on her knees and doing this job. And this is what this entire scene is about. Make no mistake. Marsau was pissed that Tisha was showing out, showing that she could do the damn job that he gets paid to do, and he didn't like it. Well, you should have did it then and stop trying to control her. If you wanted Tisha to be real and do what she wanted to do with that real estate license, you would have got that office done a long time ago. You are literally holding her up, or at least trying to, by not doing the job and acting like it's the last on the list. That's all you're doing. You don't want her to walk out on you by making her own goddamn money, by being independent. And you don't like anybody that's independent to be her friend, including Destiny, which is why you're about to try to dog her. Because if the one thing you're trying to do, if Tisha still wants to be your friend, then I'm going to say all the nasty shit I can about Destiny, so she'll stop being your friend. Tisha, you better peep this. Okay? Anyway, Tisha said, listen, because Tisha's still acting bubbly and happy and nice and kind to Marsau. Tisha says, listen, how was the trip? You know, I was actually planning for us to go to Rome Christmas. I was hoping that you and I could go to Rome in Christmas, but, you know, because you sent me that list. Marsau is so in control of what Tisha does, spontaneous for himself. Oh shit, let me just take this trip to Tanzania real quick. But when it comes to Tisha, he has to plan out every step of her life. You want to go on vacation next year? Here's a list of things. Here's a list of places you can go. Pick one. She can't even pick her own goddamn trip. Makes no sense to me. She says, I would like to go to Rome for Christmas. And he says, I was thinking about doing it for our 20th. Then what the fuck you put it on the list for? You gave her the list. Asshole. I know you said you're a self-proclaimed asshole, Marsau. You really are. You are. Anyway, Tisha's taking it in stride because this is a relationship y'all have. She tries, and then you snatch the rug from up under her. Anyway, now Marsau flips the script again, because how dare you be bubbly when I'm angry on the inside? I don't like it. So Marsau says, Tisha, I'm sensing a slight attitude from you. Did I say that Tisha was bubbly? Because I didn't see an attitude whatsoever. Marsau says, I'm sensing a slight attitude from you. And Tisha said, I I feel good. I don't have any issues. I don't know where it's coming from. And then that's when Marsau snaps. Tisha, did you get into it with Destiny? Is my question. Because whatever y'all had planned to discuss, now Marsau wants to break the fourth wall. I'm sensing an attitude from you. And because she doesn't say, well, maybe it's Destiny, now you got to, well, if Tisha, I'm asking about Destiny now. Marsau, God, she's never going to get it right. I promise. She's always going to say or do something that's going to piss you off, because nobody should be that fucking controlling about what somebody says or does. Period. Especially if sculpt and construction and all that, if that's what defines your manhood, then you should get the job done so that nobody's talking about you or outshining you or taking your glory if that's what you feel. But the way he played her here, it was so bad. I was like, Tisha, my God, girl. Anyway, now that he says that, Tisha, you can see, is kind of searching in her head like, well, what did I do wrong? Because she really, maybe she knows. I don't know. But when in the scene, it didn't appear like she knew, like she was trying to figure out why are you giving me energy? Why are you giving me attitude, right? Anyway, Tisha said, yeah, me and Destiny did exchange words and it got bad. Then she said that Destiny went low talking about you, Marsau, my husband, and saying that you don't defend me and that she defends me better than you do. So Tisha's like, well, baby, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I had to stump a mud hole into that bitch because of the things she was saying over you and my family, my husband. So I don't know if she wanted points for that, but Marsau decides to drive it on home with this. He said, Tisha, you let Destiny get you out of character? And Tisha said, yeah. And that's when Marsau said, went off. Tisha, why would you do that? Why would you do that, Tisha? That's not how we do things. We're the Scots. Look at what we're trying to build. We're trying to build an empire, Tisha. You don't let anybody take you off your perch, Tisha. Well, why are you letting Tisha take you off your fucking perch right now? You're being horrible to her. Even in this scene, she's telling you she had a moment where she thought she had to protect you, even if she was wrong, because the majority of the viewers agree with Destiny. And I'm going to say this, Tisha was right to feel away and Destiny was right to feel away. Sometimes, both people can be right in the situation. But Tisha thinks she's defending you and her marriage because she wants things to work out. And here you are beating the hell out of her for it in this scene. Anyway, Tisha said, it is what it is. You can't expect me not to say anything when she goes low like that. And it's not a situation of we were both going low. She was going low. She was going low. Then Marsau started dragging her, and not just dragging her, but also dragging Destiny, because these are the little subtle things that people do to plant seeds. That way, when Tisha leaves, she'll think, maybe I should just stop being friends with Destiny because it's hard for my relationship. So I'd rather not have a friend. But Marsau is dragging Destiny now. There's no need for you to ever defend me against a person who's not married and who goes through men like water. Goes through men like water, like she just out here hoeing herself. Tisha doesn't say anything. She's just looking at him. He says, you want me to build you this professional office so you can sister girl it with Destiny? And Tisha's sitting there like,
What does that even mean? He said sister girl in it. Yo mama. Okay, basically acting ghetto. Yo mama this, yo that. I'm not doing this, Tisha. I'm not going to build you something so that you can go out here and act in a manner that doesn't represent me and my name, the Scotts. Marsau, don't you have a father who went to prison? A brother who went to prison? How dare you? Sir, I'm telling you right now, this all leads back to the beginning when you was talking about the other side of the tracks and all that other shit. That's the stuff you like to do to make Tisha feel low. I'm not giving Tisha heat like that no more for you. I stopped doing that a long time ago any fucking way. It's you. You're the problem. You're the problem. Anyway, Tisha said, listen, Marsau, the last thing I want to do in the world is go at it with these girls and then have to come and explain myself to you, especially when you are stuck on just not understanding me. I don't know what else I can do. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. This shouldn't even be a fucking fight. Anyway, Marsau said I wouldn't defend myself. Anything that Destiny says about me, I wouldn't defend it. And she's saying it about me. If she said it in my face, I wouldn't defend myself to her. Destiny. Which also lets you know that his whole argument was bullshit from the jump. The entire argument was bullshit. Okay? Anyway, I explained all of this on Friday when I said it was Tisha in a space where she was trying to find her voice, trying to find herself again. Because listen, marriage and children can definitely make you lose yourself. And we've been watching Tisha take steps to find her voice, whether it was going to school, whatever it is. She's still got to walk the walk like everybody else. She's still got to figure it out like everybody else. And she's been doing that. And it's bothering him. He doesn't like it. And he wants the old Tisha back, okay? Just like Glenn told Letitia over there on Bell Collective. Where's the old Letitia? I miss her. I miss her dearly. That's what Marsau's saying. Tisha, I'm going to make you feel like you can't be with anybody else, like you need me. And all this independent shit you doing, going to school, doing the wall yourself. I don't like it because that little ugly fat boy that Martell talked about, that still lives inside of him. And he don't like Tisha being too fine and too independent. And that's what that entire scene gave me. You should have went into that you should have been well rested from that Rome trip. And you should have helped her fix it instead of saying, Scott is my last name. Your last name isn't Letitia Denise. It isn't Letitia Moore. It's Letitia Scott. You got my last name. You're out here representing me. God gave you a good man and a good leader, Tisha. No, sir. A good man and a good leader would have been like, you're embarrassing me, ma'am. Get up. Go get yourself something to eat and let me do this wall. Shit, I'm well rested after this Rome trip. That's what a good man would have done. No, you got your wife crying. She's sitting here trying to wipe her eyes, not knowing what the fuck went wrong, and trying to convince you that she wants to be with you. Marsau, I wasn't expecting this. What did she say? I can't convince you that I'm valuable. I can't convince you that I have value. God blessed you with a good woman too. God bless you with a smart woman too. I have a right to protect myself. I have a right to defend myself. And she said, if you don't see it, I guess I don't know how to make you see that. And Marsau said, finish the wall. And that's how the scene ends. Disgusting. Marsau gets the clown of this episode. And I had to read ahead to the other episodes because I know him and Tisha are going to have a talk about this. But damn it, Marsau, I'm disappointed in you. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay? And he's not the only one who's been an emotional and a mental abuser on this show, by the way.
but I'll leave it there for now. Okay. Now let's talk about this double date between Ken, Trisha, Destiny, and Will the Barber. My God, today. Everybody hit my like button, please, and thank you. Share this video too, okay? There's 500 and something of y'all in here right now. Spread the word. Tisha might not be as bad as we thought. Marsau, he's back to being an a-hole, even though he's lost some weight, okay? Let's talk about this double date, okay? So Ken and Trisha are back on again, officially. And Destiny decides that she'll meet up with them and Will the Barber. She said that, she likes to hang out with them every once in a while. Will, she said, even though we're just dating, it's purely platonic. He's not getting the draws at all. She said that Will is a walking red flag, but she finds him fun. She also said that he's honest about where he stands, which is more than she can say for a lot of these raggedy motherfuckers, including Twan, who's lying to her when he doesn't even have to. So she said she finds that his honesty is refreshing. Okay, so when she comes in, Destiny's looking cute like she usually does. And Ken, first off, let me just also say, Ken and this, wherever they were, it was kind of like a dark bar. But both Ken and Will had their shirt buttoned down to the chest. Okay, that's number one. They don't miss an opportunity to show off those pecs. But Will comes in and he's being the perfect gentleman. He comes in, he tells the ladies they look good, that he's happy to see Ken and Trish back together. Y'all look good. I'm happy to see y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Goes over, kisses Destiny on the cheek, tells her she looks fine, and then goes and sits down. And then, hold on. And then Ken teases that Will and Destiny look good together. He said, y'all make a fine couple. Y'all look real good together. Okay. They look real good together. He said that she's always a good time. If y'all think that means sex, I don't think that means sex. Will himself said that he doesn't think that's what it means. But we'll get there. Anyway, they end up talking about that drag party that Trisha threw in celebration of leaving her job, right? And Trisha also mentioned something about Destiny getting into a fight with Tisha over Marsau. Oh, it was a real drag party. It was real dragging. I thought that Destiny was gonna drag Tisha all over the floor. Okay. So Trisha is trying to get all this information out, and she just seems overly excited, right? Now, the best part of this scene was Will and Ken. The way they were looking at Destiny and Trisha, and then would look at each other like, what the fuck? Okay? It was definitely given Phaedra and Candy, old school Phaedra and Candy back in the day when they were real good friends. Y'all remember how they would just look at each other? It was given that in this entire scene. But they're trying to get it out, right? Trisha's definitely trying to say, let's talk about you to Destiny. Be my friend. Since we're talking about this drag party, let's talk about you and Tisha and not about me. Don't bring up anything that I did, right? So Destiny clocks it. She got this big fucking smile on her face. And Destiny said, yeah, we did get into it. Me and Tisha did get into it. And I told her, the only person that doesn't protect you is your husband, right? And when Destiny says that, Will and Ken look at each other like, well, first they do this. Like they're so shocked by that statement, which I was like, oh shit. So it's also giving us information because listen, even Will and Ken, they have both come out and said that Marsau's an asshole, but Marsau has an idea about himself. We should know this by now. Marsau has a very high way of thinking about himself. And he believes that he runs shit. This is a lot of what Martell hates about this man, okay? But he believes that he runs shit. So they both go, Jesus, you said that? She said, hell yeah. Ken says, well, probably some of the reasons Tisha comes after you like that is because there's some truth in what you're saying about her. She has an insecurity about that relationship and that marriage. And Destiny said, I know she does. I said that at the table. Tisha is a big deflector. And then basically she said, Tisha is a big deflector, just like Trisha is a big deflector, because baby girl, the way you're trying to be real cute and throw this conversation on me and Tisha, when we know that you dropped a bombshell of your own at that damn drag party. This is Destiny Payton, and I told y'all she was going to get her lick back for that whole, oh, Martell, you sleeping with Martell shit? Whatever that was, that little conversation. I told y'all Destiny was going to get her lick back for it. You and Sharon? Bitch. Let me bring this up, because what y'all going to stop doing is talking over my name like that, and I'm going to make you do it by shutting your ass down every time. Destiny sat there with this big smile on her face, but she said, you didn't talk about your bombshell, baby. And Trisha goes, what bombshell? I mean, and I'm not lying. Y'all might want to go back and just look at that scene. Trisha was so defeated, like her whole body, the wind came out of her body. Hey girl, the wind just came out, and she was just sitting there like frustration all over her face. I have never seen Trisha look like that on this show before, ever. It was given guilt. It was given, please, bitch, do not do this to me. Do not do this to me. Okay? She immediately starts stuttering, though. Stuttering, blinking, trying to figure it out. Then Trisha said, let me tell you what happened, because she about to cheat. I'll just tell you what happened, because she about to cheat. And Destiny said, no. No, I'm not about to cheat, baby. I'm keeping it 100. She said it as easy, literally easy peasy lemon squeezy. She said, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not cheating with you. Now tell before I tell, because you started this shit. Okay? Then Trisha said, all right. Now, while she's doing this, Ken literally turns to the side looking at Trisha with his head tilted like this, like, baby, I know you're about to say something that's going to embarrass the fuck out of me like you always do. I know you're about to say something that's going to embarrass me like you always do. You could see that he was bracing himself. He got his hand on this drink. He keeps looking at Trisha like this and then looking back down to the table and just praying to God that whatever it is that she says, he can live through it. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't moving off this seat. Okay? That's when Trisha said, Tisha asked about our relationship. Tisha asked about our relationship, and I was in a hot seat. And Destiny said, but you wasn't, though. You volunteered that information, Heifer. You wasn't in nobody's damn hot seat. Are you crazy? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Trisha said, yes, I was. Destiny said, no. And I can see you're not going to tell this story. So no, Trisha, you said that you and Ken had broke up and you both spun the block and then y'all came back together. Now Will is like, you spun the block? And Ken is like, bitch, I knew it. So now he's sitting there thumbing his glass like, count to 10, brother, because baby, goddamn, is there ever a time I don't get embarrassed with you? Is there ever a time I don't get embarrassed with you? Trisha, I mean, when I tell y'all her entire body just went limp, and then she tried to, clean it up. No, no, no. I said there was a, we broke up and then we got back together. Now Ken is just looking down. He won't even look back up. And Will is trying to make eye contact with him, y'all. And then when Ken looks up, Will does this. Like, did you know this? Because he's not trying to call his friend out, but he punches his nose and looks at him like this. And then Ken went, like, no, the fuck, I didn't know that. I'm just going to put him up here now, child. This was my scene snatcher. This moment between Ken and Will, the new Candy and Phaedra, this was the moment. I said, and they did this before when they were playing basketball with Martell. Y'all remember Will was punking Martell, and then Will gives Ken a look like that bitch. And Ken caught it. These two be giving each other eyes like they have been friends since high school or whenever. He said since childhood. You can tell because they know how to read each other. They know how to read each other. They're my scene snatcher. I'm giving it to y'all early. She said she already told Ken she did. She lied. And Ken didn't bust her ass out on it. But the truth of the matter is he didn't know. And he told his friend he didn't know because he would have told him already. That's why he went like this. Did you know that? Without saying it. And he said, no. Okay. After that, when Will got that little information out, Will said, it's been real, y'all. I gotta go. Okay. I gotta hit it and quit it appointment. I'm not tied to none of y'all. So I can leave and do whatever I want. You two, on the other hand, for all of this shit to be coming up after you just said you are working your way back to each other, you're reclaiming your lives, you're going into business together, this gym business, this training business together, and now this is what pops up at your feet. Dirty birdie. Child, anyway. Trisha, you got to figure out how to handle yourself, girl. I don't understand. I just don't. Oh my goodness. I told y'all to take that poll too, because I already did I already told y'all what I felt about Marsau. I want to see what you guys think, okay? So I'm about to read the poll question and results in the chat. If you're watching the replay, please take it and put it in the comment section. But I said, listen, should Tisha have drywalled that damn office or waited for Marsau despite the fact it was taken 7 years ago? And 89% of y'all said that Tisha should have hired her own crew and just bypassed Marsau altogether, while 11% of y'all said it was disrespectful to his business for Tisha to do it and that she should have just waited on him. I'm with picking her own crew. I think that she should have picked her own crew. Anyway, that's how the scene ends with Ken, Trisha, Destiny, and Will. And I'm liking this season of Destiny and her not letting people play on her top and her getting her lick back. Okay, go on ahead and get your goddamn lick back. Stop letting people shut you down and keep you quiet and think you can't talk. Not fair. Okay, not fair at all. Dirty birdie is what I'm about to call her. Okay, from this point forward. All right, let's talk about Kimmy and Maurice, child. Kimmy and Maurice are at home, and I guess, they're going through better times since, him threatening to divorce her and literally having the production team saying on the side, Maurice, say it. Maurice, now's the time. Say it. Dirty. You're another dirty birdie. And Maurice, nope, I'm not going to do that. Well, since that moment, it looks like they have, they found an easier groove to be in and they're at home. And we get to see a little bit more of Kimmy's house because y'all know she had it redone. It looked like she got some new furniture in there and things. It's real cute, real cute. Anyway, Kimmy's making lunch for her and Maurice's chunky ass, okay? And they at the crib. And Kimmy said, listen, I had a little meeting with Tisha the other day. And are you and Marsau cool? And he said, yeah, we're fine. Is he back from Rome? I think so. I mean, yeah, sure. She said, well, Tisha seems to think that the two of you are at odds after that little incident that went down the other day where he called you a sleazy lawyer, and she said that you threatened to sue him. And Marie said, I'm not suing Marsau. That's my brother. She went, did you insinuate you were going to sue him? He went, you were the one who told me to put a spark underneath that motherfucker. So I did. And now you have a problem with how I put the spark underneath them? She said, no. I want to make sure that everybody's aware of this because Tisha, when you watch this back, and Marsau, I told y'all it was Kimmy who said, get the fuck over there and do what you got to do to make sure he's working on that project. He said, you told me to do it. Marie said, you told me to do it, and now you got a problem with how I did it. She went, no, not true. I don't give a fuck how you did it, as long as it gets done. He said, well, listen, the person I fight with the most in this world is Marsau, but he's my brother. We've been fighting like this since we were kids, and we get over it. So no big deal for us. Who cares? Okay. And she said, well, I know it. I figured that. But I think Tisha thinks that you guys are really at odds. So maybe we should all get together and chit chat about it. Okay. He said, cool. Then Kimmy brings up Trisha and what went down at the drag thing. And she said, listen, I don't know if you heard or not if the streets are talking, because Kimmy suggests that the streets are talking that and that Trisha and Ken aren't together. It looks like they cut the scene so that we didn't hear everything in this conversation with Maurice. But she said, listen, Trisha out here spinning the block. And the only people that we know Trisha to have been with is her ex-husband and Ken. So it strongly implies that the block was with her ex. Because Maurice does this thing, because he shouldn't give two shits about who Trisha sleeps with. But when Kimmy says she out here talking about she spent the block, and she said it was fucking good, Maurice goes, oh my God, like that. Oh my God, are you serious? She said, yeah. And he went, wow. Wow. What does that mean? She said exactly what it sounds like. Okay. She was sleeping with somebody before they stopped, and then she went back and got some seconds, thirds, and fourths. And she enjoyed it. And he was like, oh wow. Oh wow. So I don't know why they're keeping this name off of television. I hate to bring more strife to your life, Trisha. But the way Maurice reacted to that story, I was like, you shouldn't care about that much. You know what I'm saying? That's something you hear and you just be like, God damn, whatever. But for them eyeballs to buck as high as they did lets me know that she said a name, and it's somebody that man knows, because he wouldn't have reacted like that. Anyway, after it was all said and done, she said, listen, they claim they back together now, but we don't know. Either way, let's do a couples trip. Let's do something simple, something in town, so that people can get home to their kids and things. But I would like for us to all go out and have a weekend together. Indulge me, Maurice. Don't give me no you got to work shit. And Maurice said, cool, whatever you want. Whatever you want, that's fine with me. And that's how the scene ends, okay? Erica, thank you, sis. Please hit the like button, y'all. I watch this show. I try to follow the story both on the show and off the show so that I give y'all the best review possible. Please just hit the like button. Hit the like button for me. It just helps me out a little bit in the algorithm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see what happens next. But anyway, now we're at Destiny's Survivors of DV event. And this is an event that she appears to be passionate about. And she wants to teach all the girls self-defense fighting. So she has them there. They're doing this boxing and everything. And everybody's in the place except for Tisha. Tisha's the only person who's not there. Destiny said she had already sent out that she couldn't come. But she said, I want you to know that I did invite her because this is important to me. This is something I'm very passionate about. And everybody's there, you know, doing their boxing shit. They're, you know, showing them how to position their feet and everything. And then you hear this baby shark music. Dun-dun, dun-dun. And it's Tisha pulling into the damn parking lot. But we don't know. The viewers aren't supposed to know it's Tisha. The cameraman shows Tisha cars pulling into the wheels pulling into the parking space. Then they show Tisha swing her feet out the car. So you see that. And then the cameraman pan up Tisha from Tisha's feet up to Tisha's ass. And that's where it stops. It sat there for about a good 10, 15 seconds. And I said, that had to be Tisha before they even showed her face. I said, that has to be Tisha because only Tisha's cameraman, only Tisha's cameraman gives us footage of Tisha's body like this. Marsau, I'm telling you now, bruh. Y'all can go back and look at the scene. I'm not lying to you. I swear to God, I don't be exaggerating this. You got this pan up and it stopped and you saw Tisha's ass walking up to the door. When it pulls the door open, the camera shot is right there at Tisha's waist. And the cameraman is basically letting everybody know that the butt matches the thighs. Whatever Martell said about that girl, the ass matches the thighs. And that's all you need to know. And then when Tisha walks in the door, that's when the front camera angle takes her all in. And she comes in. And everybody's shocked to see her, including Destiny. She was like, you know, I did invite her. I'm surprised that she's here, but I am happy that she's here. And Tisha says in her confessional, we ain't in the best of place right now, but this is important to Destiny. And I know that. So I'm going to be here for her. And this is how you tell stories without telling the story. They finally figured out how to share Destiny's story without telling it. Because Tisha said, I don't even fucking like Destiny right now. I just dropped MJ back at college. And I left coming from my son's college to coming here to show her that I'm supporting her in this effort. I loved it. I loved it. This is how you tell the story. Thank God y'all finally figured it the fuck out. I told y'all they were going to tell Destiny's story in a different way. And now they are. So Destiny said, I don't have to say anybody's name. Just know that this is what I want to do. And Tisha saying, girl, I'm going to show up for you, even though I don't fuck with you right now. But I support what this event is about. Lets us know everything. Brava. Brava and bravo. Okay. Anyway. After that, after all the ladies do a little training on how to protect themselves if they ever find themselves in a position where they got to knock a motherfucker out, okay? Tisha actually tells Destiny that she's happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And then everybody starts talking about how no matter what they go through in their friendships together, whatever their ups and downs are, they always come together for the important stuff. They've always been that type of group, and they will continue to be that type of group, okay? So then Trisha says, listen, if y'all want to put a little more power behind that punch, okay? Since we out here learning how to box, if you want to put a little more power behind your punch, go on ahead and train with me because I have officially turned my badge in at work. And this is what I do full time now. I'm a trainer. And everybody was like, are you serious? Congratulations and all that good stuff. She was like, oh, hell yeah. She said, we can make it do what it do. And now Kimmy asked Destiny how things went on the double date. Because I know you went out with Will Girl, and he is a big fine piece of you know what. So What happened over there at that double date? And Destiny said, it was cool. I mean, we're not that involved. He's a decent time, but listen, why should I bore y'all with the shit that me and Will said at that table when really the most important thing, the thing that was most exciting is what happened with Trisha? Because Trisha gave me a look when we were on that double date that let me know, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, you better. And Trisha said, I did? Me? What I say? What I do? What I say? Come on. Tell me. Trisha, you gotta stop lying like this, girl. You gotta. I don't understand it. Destiny said, girl, when we were talking about you spinning the block, okay? I could see it all over your face. You got pissed. You clammed up. You did not want me to say what I said at that table. And you strongly gave me the impression that Ken did not know that you spun the block. You were saying it was everybody else. It was you who spun the block. And she said, well, no. I said that Tisha, and Tisha's like, how did I get in it? What? Exactly, Tisha. That's why Marsau said to shut up. Stay out of it. Because you don't know what these crazy ass people got going on. Everybody be telling people, get involved, say something, do something. You have no idea what that lady has going on. And you sit here sharing stuff and trying to give her advice. And then she goes back home and tell Ken. And now you're on Ken's shit list, just like you're on Martell's shit list. You thought you were doing the right thing by warning everybody. Not so. Not so. They have a history that's far beyond your comprehension. We have no idea what the hell Ken and Trisha did when they left that when they left that restaurant. But whatever it was, Will said, now it's my time to get the fuck up out of here because I already know this is about to be some shit. Okay? But anyway, now everybody is sitting there looking at Trisha like, did Ken know that you spun the block? Or did you just tell him about him? Would you just talking about him? And she's like, yeah, he knew. Okay. That's when Kimmy said, well, did you tell him how excited you were about spinning the block? Because that's the shit that floored me. When you said, baby, it was good and I'll do it again, it came just in time. I was shocked, Trisha. I'm not even going to lie. Now Trisha says, and everybody needs to be sitting down for this shit. Trisha said, listen, I did say I spent the block. I did. But spinning the block doesn't always mean having sex. At least not for me. I wasn't saying I was having sex. And that's when every woman that was in that group and all the other spectators in that damn gym, they all went, yeah, fuck. Bitch, will you stop lying? Everybody. I mean, they were like, Trisha. I mean, you heard Nell Fletcher say, that's not what I thought. That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. Damn it, Trisha. Goddamn, Trisha. Destiny was like, Trisha, girl. Everybody knew that you meant you was having sex with that man. Tisha damn near ran out the door. Kimmy is like, do you need to go into a padded room somewhere and get some medication, girl? Get yourself together. You are a big fat fucking liar. And now everybody knows it. Like more than ever, everybody knows it. They already said at the beginning, Trisha, when you start lying, it is very hard for you to come from under that. They all said this to you. This was all a warning. Girl, I know this is your first time on film, but child, try to keep it as honest as possible. While everybody is acting out like, Trisha, you better get yourself together. Trisha goes, what? Did y'all really think that I was sleeping with somebody else? Why? What? She really acts like she's confused. She's going to have to give up the alcohol. Give it up, girl. Because literally, I think you drink a lot. And I think that when you drink, you say what's real and then you try to pull it back. And it's not working. It doesn't work. But anyway, while everybody's like literally laughing at her, and I do mean hardy, har, motherfucking har. I can't believe you said that. Kimmy says, girl, are y'all even really together? Because the street said y'all ain't together. And she goes, yeah, we're together. We're working it out. If I had to work it out with anybody, I want to work it out with Ken. Ken's my person. No, when I tell you that nobody, I mean, they were stumped. They were looking at her like she was an alien. Tisha comes in and she says, girl, did you tell Ken one thing and now you're sitting here with us on camera and trying to clean it up? Without breaking the fourth wall, she went, bitch, do you need us to try to help you or save your life right now? What the fuck is going on with you? And now Kimmy's like, Tisha. Destiny's like, oh, Tisha. Tisha said the right thing. She didn't say anything different from what y'all were saying before. That's exactly what y'all were saying. You were calling her a liar too. Tisha just said, baby, did you tell Ken something else and you know the scene is about to play out? Because I told your ass already to stop lying on this damn camera before you get busted out. We should know. Okay? She's right. She's right. Anyway, after they finished getting their laughs off at her expense, at Trisha's expense, Kimmy said, listen, if you're nothing else, Trisha, you are a good motherfucking time. Okay? So with that being said, I would like for all of us to take a weekend trip together. Okay? And then Destiny said a girls trip. And she said, I don't do girls trips, baby. I don't like that shit. This is for grown-ups. This is for people who, the grown and sexy, bring your man. Okay? This is a couples trip. If you don't have a man, figure it out. But this is a couples trip. And I am not responsible for anybody's behavior. Let me say that right up front. I might throw this party, but I'm not responsible for what grown folks do. So keep your lies in check, girl. All of y'all, keep your shit in check. And she's not lying. That was how the scene ended, and it was terrific. I loved it. I love how this season is playing out. All right, let's go to the last scene. Tisha, Marsau, Kimmy, Maurice. So Tisha came in looking really cute. Like her eye makeup was really gorgeous. It gave her a certain aesthetic. She had her red hair, and you could tell she was feeling herself when she walked in. When Tisha feels good, she has a little bounce in her step that she does, right? So she comes in, Marsau's behind the bar, and she wants to look good for her man. She wants to look pretty. She wants him to say something, which he doesn't. But she's still feeling herself, right? And he's like, hey, darling, what you want to drink or whatever? And she was like, give me the whatever, the black, blah, blah, blah. And he starts making it for her. And then he tries to get a little soft with her. And he said, Tisha, if you want me to get something done, first he asked her, how's the drywall coming? Because Marsau feels like he got to teach her a lesson. How's the drywall coming? And Tisha said, I did my part. I'm waiting for you to go in and finish the rest. I did everything I said I was going to do. It took me about 3-4 hours. Could you please go in and finish the rest, right? And then Marsau tries to get a little soft with her. The way, you know, a black mama would after she cusses your ass out and tell you to go to your room. And then she comes back in there and say, what you want for dinner? Okay, you need some money to buy them shoes you wanted? That type of shit when you know you're wrong. When a black mama knows you're wrong. That's the energy Marsau gave to Tisha. Tisha said, Marsau said, Tisha, if you want me to fix something, ask me one time. Just ask me once and then let it go. Don't keep coming after me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months later. Well, she wouldn't have to if you would have done it the first time. If you had done it the first time. But Tisha rolls her eyes because she realizes this is Marsau's way of trying to be cute and funny and also breaking the ice with her about doing that wall. So she feels, that's their little dance. That's what they do with each other. Anyway, after that, we get Kimmy and Maurice. They come in and the brothers catch up. Tisha asks Maurice, is everything cool? I want to make sure that we can all hang out together, that we're still cool as a family, because y'all are our friends. You're not just our family. Y'all are our friends. Okay. And she tells them, is everything good with you and Marsau, or you still got some hurt feelings? Because he told me what he said about you. Marsau said, Tisha, are you serious? Me and Maurice are fine. This isn't Fletcher and Martell. We're not going to carry shit out for years and years and years. And basically when he says, this isn't Fletcher or Martell, Marsau is saying, I can get into a fight with my brother and be cool, but fuck Fletcher and fuck Martell. That's what he's saying in that scene. I don't fool with them. I still have a grudge. I'm still not fucking with them ever. That's what he's saying. This isn't Fletcher and Martell. That's my brother. So cut it out, Tisha. And she said, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Maurice said the truth of the matter is Maurice says the truth of the matter is me and Marsau got into it over some shit that was really between him and Kimmy, because Kimmy is the person who sent me over there. Kimmy is the person who sent me over there. Way to throw your wife under the bus. Kimmy said, listen, I do have to give you a little nudge, and there's nothing wrong with giving you a nudge. However, I've learned that nagging people doesn't get the results you want. It doesn't get things done. And this is especially true when it comes to Marsau. So now Marsau is getting extra sensitive because both him and Kimmy are saying that he's not worth a damn. And he feels a way about it. And you can see his energy change. He takes a deep breath. He's huffing like, fuck, stop saying this over my business. The same conversation that Destiny had about Tisha. Stop talking about my business like this. I worked it out with producers so that we are filming at either Black or Sculpt every fucking week. I worked it out with the production team so that I am wearing my logo. You're wearing your logo. This is our business. This is our bread and butter. And not only do I have my wife playing me, but now I got my goddamn sister-in-law playing me and Maurice. At least I embarrassed the shit out of Maurice. But now I got both of y'all doing it. You don't see this as a problem for me? Anyway, Tisha feels that the energy changed. And she's like, what's going on with you? What's wrong? And he goes, nothing, Tisha. She went, well, your whole vibe changed. He said, well, if you can notice that my vibe changed, Tisha, then why are you asking me to talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. Damn, no brakes for Marsau. No brakes, okay? All gas. All gas. They are putting their foot on Marsau's neck. Now Kimmy and Maurice recognize, oh shit, there's some real tension between the two of them. And Maurice says, well, Tisha, I think what he's trying to say. And Marsau says, don't start any conversation with Tisha's wrong or Tisha anything, because Tisha doesn't listen. And now Maurice is like, oh, fuck. We're supposed to drink and have some fun. And Maurice says, let's go into the other room and chit chat for a second and leave the ladies out here. And Tisha still doesn't know. At least that's how she seems. She seems not to know, even though Kimmy is like, what I actually think happens with Tisha is when she thinks Marsau is going to embarrass her, she leaves her body. She kind of just floats out and she leaves her shell. Her shell is there to make the stupid smile on her face because she doesn't know what's going on. She's feeling good. She feels like she looks good. She feels very pretty. You can tell. You know when women think that they look pretty and they're trying to keep that energy going. And now she's like, well, again, we're about to do this again. You was just trying to apologize to me 2 seconds ago. Anyway, once Maurice gets Marsau into that other room with the door closed, they have their little one-on-one. And Marsau says that Tisha needs to back the fuck up off of him about that damn office and anything else she is nagging him to do, because it's not like he's at home playing video games or wiping the jam between his fucking toes. He's working. He works 3 jobs in order to put money into Tisha's pockets. He said, if I'm not doing that, I'm trying to get my son into college. I am constantly busy. Tisha knows where I am every second of the day. And for her to come at me and make it seem like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, when if I'm not here, I'm in the car. If I'm on my way to Scott Manor, I'm constantly doing everything for her. This is the story this is telling Maurice, because he's in his feelings that his wife spackled a wall. That's what he says to him. Marsau says, and at the end of it, I don't think me and Tisha are on the same team. He said that she thinks that Sculpt and Black are my thing. And she degrades any idea I have when I'm trying to bring things up. I can't even talk to her about the business for real, because if I bring something up, she shoots it down. Marsau, that's going to embarrass me. Marsau, I don't like that. Marsau this, Marsau that. He said, in the meantime, I'm employing damn near half the family. Millie works up here. Jalen, hell, even Kimmy's ass got a job. I do stuff for everybody. I'm working on all y'all shit. But I can't get respect from my wife. He also said that Tisha loves to improve herself. Loves to get her degrees. All of it is for her. All she thinks about is me, 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 me. I. Never about how it contributes to the family's growth. I tell her this is a 5-year plan. She'll call me and say, I don't want to do it that way. I'm doing it this way instead. Never. She's always singular. Then he goes in for the kill and said, I'm not sure if I can do this anymore. I mean, after the kids are gone, what is our relationship really going to look like? And Marie said, wait a minute. Are you talking about your marriage? Marsau said, nah, not that far. But I'm not sure if I want to do the rest of my life like this. Well, how far are you talking about then, sir? I don't even know what the fuck that means. Of course you were talking about your marriage, you loser. Of course you were talking about your marriage. Embarrassing to her that you would do that to her. You don't think she has a laundry list of shit she could say about you, and she always manages to keep it above bar every single time. Even in that little lousy conversation she was having with fucking Kimmy at the bar while the two of you were in that damn cigar room. She kept it above board and was showing you respect, Marsau. Dirty ass. Anyway, while that conversation is happening, Kimmy is over there trying to console Tisha, talking about that man loves your dirty bathwater. He don't want to leave you, girl. Okay? You just got to give it more time. You've been married for 20 years? Give it another 50 years before he get his shit together. You should have been saying, listen, Kimmy, you should have said this. Sorry, girl. You should have said, listen, Marsau is afraid you're going to leave him, not the other way around, girl. He ain't trying to push you out the door. He's trying to make you bow to him. And maybe You need to go on down there and file them papers and get his ass in check. Because for as much as he acts like he can walk out of here, every time you've tried in the past, he's the one boo-hooing and publicly declaring his damn love. Every single time. So how about that? Okay? But Tisha says, Marsau acts like I don't support him, like I'm not on his team. Even when I want to improve myself, that's all I'm trying to do is be a better me and improve myself. But he doesn't want me to be, is basically what she's saying. He doesn't want me to improve myself and be better for myself. And here's the recipe, girl. Maybe what happened with Martell, maybe you needed to hear it that way. Because Marsau really is insecure. He's still holding all that insecure energy from the day he met you and he saw that you was fine as wine and he was fat and ugly, according to Martell. And you was the baddest thing that ever happened to him, okay? Because Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. And he still can't believe it. So he wants you to stay there. This is what all ugly men do. Hand on the Bible, this is what they all do. They all try to make you feel low. I'm smarter than you. God put me here for you, and you're trying to take God's blessing. Girl, if you don't get your ass someplace, oh my goodness. And all of the rumors that have been out here about you, Marsau, cheating and all of the things that has humiliated this girl, she's talked about it. Locking herself up in a damn bedroom with the blinds closed for days, depressed because of the shit people have said about you, and she still stands by your side. She's never given you that kind of grief on TV, ever. Even when Kiki, and people know how heartbreaking that is, because I remember when Kiki was on that damn reunion stage, and I think Carlos King said, do you know if Marsau is cheating? Kiki looked in Tisha's eyes and damn near started crying herself. And she went, no, I don't believe it. Just so that girl can feel better. So you better get your shit together. I hope that cameraman is sending Tisha sweet nothings, writing little love letters and shit to her, sending her candy and stuff, giving her a proper courting, because you are a mess. And that's really it. That's the end of the show. We'll see what happens next. But yeah, this was a solid 10 out of 10 for me. It was a solid 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Y'all were in this damn comment section heavy. Let me see. Anyway, that is the end. That is the end of the episode. Y'all know I just want to share my little I want to share my little beauty tips. And this has to do with Black Girl sunscreen. This is like the only sunscreen I use, 50 SPF. It is water resistant and you can have it on for a good 80 minutes before you have to reapply. But this is a very good product. If you use any type of skincare at all, it doesn't even have to be retinol. Make sure that you put your sunscreen on every single solitary day and protect your skin, protect it, okay? Because, you know, some people age like bananas, and Black people, child, especially when people start getting all that shit in their face. Listen, sometimes you see people you be questioning their age. This is what you need to make sure that your skin stays beautiful all year round. Use it, use it, use it. But I love this product. And if you would like to buy it, there is a shopping icon that is on the front of your cell phone, okay? Make sure you click it. It'll take you right over to the link. And if you're on your computer, there is a little link that is under the menu bar and you can buy it there, okay? But yeah, that is it. That is it. I appreciate every single one of you guys for coming over and hanging out with me today for this review. Thank y'all for waiting on me too. There was well over 700 and something people in this live, which tells me I'm doing something right. Whether you hit my like button or not, I'm doing something right. And sometimes y'all know how people are. They'll get a little stingy or they'll just be a complete and total hater. I know that doesn't apply to everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Show the love. Show the love. Hit the like button. Thank you to all of my moderators for coming in. Thank you to all of my members. Y'all know how I feel about you guys for coming over and supporting me. And then, of course, most importantly, thank you to all of you. Make sure you become a subscriber of this channel. I am a storyteller. I follow the story. I follow the story on the show and off so that I bring you guys the best review. I remember things and tie all of these pieces together so that you guys have a cohesive story. Okay, but hit my like button, share the video, follow me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And until the next one, bye-bye.